Hello dear student, once again welcome in this class. Today we will discuss about the classification and characteristics of crystalline solid, only crystalline solid. In last video we have discussed about the types of solids that was based upon the arrangement of particles in a structure, and today we are going to discuss the types of crystalline solids or classification of crystalline solids and their characteristics also. Here the classification crystalline solid, the classification based upon the force acting between the particles. Okay, you know, in solid state the force acting between the particles is cohesive forces, and cohesive forces depends upon the types of particles and types of solid. Okay, and cohesive forces may be different. It may be electrostatic forces, we have already told about that, Coulombic forces, while in molecular solid, van der Waals forces, while in metallic solid, electrical bond, and in covalent solid, strong covalent bond. Okay, balanced covalent force. Okay, now today we are going to discuss about classification and of crystalline solids. Okay, classification of crystalline solids. Clear? And also the characteristics of solids. Now, on the basis of force acting between the particles in solid state, the crystalline solids further classified into four categories. One is molecular solid, okay, and molecular solids. Second one is ionic solids. Third one is covalent solid, okay, covalent solids, and fourth one is metallic solid. Clear? Now we will discuss one by one here. First of all, what is molecular solids and what is the constituent particles in molecular solid. In molecular solids, the constituent particles is molecule. Okay, constituent particles are molecules, and they are held together by big van der Waals forces. Here, constituent particles are molecules. Okay, and force acting between here, big van der Waals force. Okay, the constituent particle are molecules and force acting between here van der Waals forces. Okay, and van der Waals forces is big forces. Okay, dear student. So further, the molecular solids further classified into three categories. Three categories here: non-polar molecular solids, and second is polar molecular solids, and third one is hydrogen bonded molecular solid. Okay, Here also we will discuss one by one. What is non-polar molecular solid and what is the constituent particles of non-polar molecular solid? In non-polar molecular solids, the constituent particles may be atoms like argon or inert gases like argon, helium, etc. Atoms. I'm going to erase it. Okay, we will discuss later it. In non-polar molecular solid, the constituent particles either atom like argon, helium, etc. or non-polar molecule or non-polar molecule like hydrogen, chlorine, iodine, S2, Cl2, I2, etc. Okay, dear student, and the force held together the molecule here is dispersion force. Dispersion force. Okay, dispersion force. I think I have written here on dispersion force, or it is also known as London force. Okay, molecular solids constituent particles as molecule, and they are held together by big van der Waals forces, and this is the also category of van der Waals forces. Molecular solids further classified into three categories: non-polar molecular solids. In non-polar molecular solids, the constituent particles either atom like argon, helium, or non-polar molecule like hydrogen, chlorine, iodine, and the molecules held together by dispersion forces, or it is also known as London forces, that is very weak force. Okay, dear student, and due to presence of this weak force between the molecules, the solids are soft and non-conductor of electricity. Due to presence of dispersion force, the non-polar molecular solids are soft and non-conductor of electricity. Clear? Non-conductor of electricity. This is the characteristics of non-polar solid. Okay. Now, second one is polar molecular solid. Polar molecular solid. Polar molecular solids. Okay. In this type of solids, the constituent particles are polar molecule like HCl, hydrochloric acid in a solid state, sulfur dioxide in solid state, etc. Okay, here it is a molecular solid and polar molecular solid. So the constituent particles are polar in nature. The covalent molecule, but polarity due to presence of different atom, different electronegativities, atom sharing electron diverts to the more electronegative atom. Due to this, chlorine get partial negative charge while hydrogen get partial positive charge, and polarity produced in these molecules. Okay, the different electronegativity of sulfur and oxygen also it get partial positive while oxygen get partial negative. Due to this polar pole produced in this molecule, so it is known as polar molecular solid. And the polar molecular solid, the force held together molecules is here the relatively stronger than dipole and cis. It is here the force held together molecule is dipole interaction. Okay, and Dipole-dipole interactions forces are stronger than that of dispersion forces. Also, polar molecules are soft in nature, and also this these are non-conductor of electricity. Clear? Okay. And third one is hydrogen bonding, hydrogen bonded molecular solid. Okay? Hydrogen bonded molecular solids. The good example of hydrogen bonded molecular solid is ice. Okay, dear student? In case of ice, the S2 molecules are covalent in nature, but the hydrogen atom attached to the more electronegative atom oxygen. Due to this, when one molecule attaches to another molecule, the force of acting between the hydrogen and the oxygen molecule of other atom and represented by a dashed line is known as hydrogen bonding. And hydrogen bonded molecular solids is